So tonight we're going to fix salmon burgers, and I just might talk a little. I started ordering these meals a few weeks ago, and they're delicious, and I'm learning how to cook. So let's see, what do we need to do first? Got to get my corn. And we have to take the husk off. And we have to, let's see here. Well, underprepared here, I guess. Cut this off. Okay. So this comes with a salad, I guess, a very basic salad. So the corn is going in the salad. It's a lot of, don't even know what those things are called. That's a lot of them. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, I guess I need to get a brush or something to get these things off of here. That's good enough. So we're going to cut the corn off the cob. Let's cut this thing off down here. We don't need all these other little things. So stand it up and cut. And hope it stays on the cutting board. Really hope it stays on the cutting board, because I only got one piece of corn. Alright. Oops. Don't want to lose any more corn. It just goes all over the place. One thing you don't want to have to do is go to the grocery store to have to buy more. And always make sure you identify your produce. Corn's very easy, I guess, to identify. Get it in the trash can. Okay. So, let's go back to the instructions. Alright, so let's see if our corn will go in here for a minute. You never know where you'll find a piece of corn later. Let's see, what else we got? Okay. Okay, shallots. Good thing I didn't have an onion this week because it's pretty close to an onion. Actually, that might be the onion. Let me double check. Okay, let's see. What am I fixing? Salmon. Maybe it's in here. Double check. Don't want to use the wrong thing. Okay, the shallot's in here, so let's put the onion back. Like I said, it's always good to identify your produce first. One time I mistook a zucchini for a cucumber. It didn't work out too well. Maybe it was a cucumber for zucchini. I can't remember. They're both green. They both look the same. All right. Now onto the shallot. Peel the shallot. Okay, let's see what we've got. Now the question is, because again, I'm teaching myself, how much do you have to peel it? Well, we're just going to go with that and hope for the best. Cut off these little end pieces. Okay, let's get rid of that. Peel and mince the shallot. Well, do the best we can. I'm having a feeling that all of this is peeling, but it'll all taste fine anyways. Just glad tonight's not onion night. Okay. We're getting there. Just don't cut yourself. Or me either. Okay. I guess you can see what I'm doing. If not, you can just use your imagination. Oh, shucks. Woo. Alright, well I think that's about as minced as I can get it. I think you can buy a mincer or something or another, but cut is better than not cut. Don't know what that is, but it's strong. Okay. Whee. Okay. Oregano, and then we need garlic. Oregano. Where did I put the garlic? Now you have to be careful with the garlic too. I'll get to that in a minute. Let's see what we need to do with the oregano. Pick the leaves off the stem. Well, let's rinse it off first just in case. You never know. Okay. So we'll rinse. Maybe shake, maybe dry. Just see what we can do. So let's pick those leaves. I guess I can just put them in a small container. Gosh, the corn still is still all over the place. Oh, I'm supposed to be chopping the leaves. Didn't see that part. So let's just get all the leaves off the stem, and then we'll try to chop them the best we can. Probably doesn't hurt to have a better knife. Okay, almost got the leaves off the stems. Then we gotta chop the leaves. All right. Okay. Let's get rid of that shallot. Let's see. How in the world am I going to chop these leaves? I don't know, but we'll figure it out. It's probably going to end up being like a puree. I don't really know how else to cut them. Not very good, but I guess it'll work out. Okay. I suppose that's good enough. I'm just fixing dinner for myself. Okay, that'll be good enough. That'll be good enough until I go to culinary school, which we never. Alright, garlic. Important thing about garlic. How many cloves do I need? 2. So 2 cloves of garlic is not 2 of these. You have to open this thing up and take out 2 pieces. Because if you use the whole thing, that's a ton of garlic. Which I have done before. But you won't make that mistake twice. So let's just get 2 of these little pieces out of here. Alright, 1. There's your clove of garlic. And we'll just save this for another time. Okay, so here's the hard part. Mince the garlic into a paste. Have no clue. But again, just cut it up the best you can. That peels pretty easily. You can cut it off with the knife if it doesn't, but let's just cut this little piece off. Let's see here. Okay. All right, 2 pieces of garlic. Okay, just keep throwing stuff away. All right, gotta smush it. All right, and then it'll be easier to cut it up. I'll just keep smushing it. Give it a good smush. Alright. And then we'll just cut it crossways and hope for the best. Okay. And it doesn't hurt to go a little crazy. Guess you want the garlic as small as possible, because if not, you're going to take a huge chunk of garlic and your salmon burger bite. Which is okay if you like garlic. Otherwise, let's see if we can cut it up just a little bit smaller. Well, and you may have noticed the instructions say prep time is like 25 minutes. Well, I have no clue what I'm doing, so we'll just see how it goes. We'll just see how it goes. And that should be okay, because I don't mind a little bit of garlic. Let's see if we have another dish. Whew. Gosh. Okay. Still finding corn kernels. Okay. So got the garlic. Now what? Quarter and de-seed a lemon. Oh boy. If I can find the lemon. Let's have a challenge. I'll just get the bun out while I'm at it. The good news is they give you just about everything you need. And I'll save the other bun for leftovers. Okay. Quarter and de-seed the lemon. Now, the question is, quarter and de-seed the lemon. Okay. Sometimes you have to, there might be some use for the skin, but apparently not in this particular meal. So I will just keep going. Quarter. And let's go ahead and turn this on because I'm going to be, I guess, heating the corn up. So let's, is that the right, that's not the right one. Let's do this one. Okay. Another corn kernel. Okay. De-seed the lemon. Unless you like eating seeds. Oops. That one's got a lot of seeds. Okay. Okay. Never can go wrong with lemon, unless you don't like a lot of lemon. Alright, let's throw the seeds away. Okay, this part I think I can do without reading the instructions. Let's hope. Oh, throw that away. Cut the bun in half. Oh, well, perfect. They did that for me already. Well, that's just absolutely wonderful. So all I need to do, apparently I use too much cooking oil. They call for olive oil. You can use whatever you like. I guess olive oil is healthier. Who knows? But that should be fine. So, well, apparently I don't know what I'm doing. They gave me the butter to use, and I'm putting oil in the pan. Well, that's just smart. Oh, goodness. Let's see. I wonder if I can... Don't try this at home. And I have no idea if this will work, but we're going to try it anyways. And if it doesn't, it's over top of the sink and we'll just clog the sink up. Okay. Not too bad. Oh boy. Oh boy indeed. It helps to read the instructions beforehand just to get an idea of what you're doing, especially, like I said, I have no clue what I'm doing. Okay, well, I got rid of most of the oil, so that's good. And hopefully save some of it, with any luck. Ooh, okay. Alright, so now back to the instructions. Let's read the instructions. Melt half the butter. Add the corn, half the shallot. All right, I can do that. Let's turn the burner back on. Half the butter, which they were kind enough to give me butter, and then I didn't use it. Don't have my ruler out, but we'll just do the best we can. That's good enough, close enough. Half the butter, all right. Okay, well the pan's hot because the butter's melted, so that's good. So let's go ahead and toss in the corn. Don't know if you can really actually see from there, but yeah, anyways, there's butter in there. Good enough. Corn. And you just need to do it long enough just to heat the corn up, and if you wanna actually try to sear it, or you can try to do something like that. All right, we'll just put a handful of this in there because who knows how this is going to turn out. We'll just put a handful of shallot in. You don't necessarily have to use all of it. Let's just move that around a little. Salt and pepper. Definitely like pepper. There's probably enough salt in this stuff, but who knows? Alright. So it might help me to use a different type of spoon. Okay. You can use a little more shallot if you want. I have no idea. It says to use half. So let's just cook that and see what happens. So while that's cooking, we're going to get the salmon out. Pretty good piece of salmon, I guess. I don't know. And while we're doing that, though, we better move some of these ingredients out of the way because salmon is gonna, let's see, I'll just put the buns over here. Don't want to get, you know, salmonella or stuff anywhere. Who knows? Let's see. Well, we're getting there. All right. I'm going to turn that down since it's doing so well. All right. I don't know. I like to rinse my fish off. So apparently you're going to have to cut the salmon up into little pieces the best you can. And then we'll mix it in with some stuff. And I guess you can cut the skin off the back if you can figure that part out. Let's do that if I can figure it out. All right. Rinsed off piece of salmon. Let's see if we can cut the back off. See if we can cut the skin off. I guess that's what you're doing. Unless you like skin, whatever. I should try to cut some of it off because okay, well, that's good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. Alright. I just like to brown my corn a little. So it's up to you how much you want to cook it. Oops. Guess I'll have to wash my clothes. Okay. Maybe you can leave the skin on. I don't know. I figured I'd try to get some of it off. Who knows? Okay, that's good enough. So, breadcrumbs. Did I get breadcrumbs? Oh, good. I do have breadcrumbs. Okay, good. Got everything. Okay. Finely chop the salmon and place in a large bowl. So I'm not sure about fine, but I'm just going to cut it up the best I can, because as you've seen, my cutting skills aren't the greatest. Okay. Doesn't look like it's a lot of salmon until you start cutting it. Let's see what we can do here. It probably would have been better if they'd have given me ground salmon, but who knows, right? Okay. Wow. Okay, so the corn is probably almost done. So let me see if I can finish cutting one piece of salmon, and then I'll see what I can do with the corn. Because I think all you're going to have to do is just stick it in a bowl, and everything will be just fine. Because you're just putting the corn in a salad, so it doesn't have to stay hot. You just want it cooked some. Yeah, I'd say corn's probably done. I think this is as minced as I can get it, so I'm just gonna get it in here. Because you're just gonna form it into patties anyways when you, I guess you can see that. That's my chopping skills for salmon. All right, let's try another one. It's enough for 2 people. I wouldn't say it's overly too much, but it's enough for 2 people. So it's a good size amount. Okay, let me get my corn out, because I can tell you my corn's probably done. All right, let's do this. Never hurts to wash your hands, especially with salmon. Okay. Okay. So let's see if we can get this into the bowl. You really can't see from there, but that's okay. You don't need to. As long as I get in the bowl, we're doing fine. Okay. That seems to be okay. Alright, so let's get back to chopping salmon. Maybe. Now you could, they say to put these to fix everything in the frying pan. You could use the George Foreman grill. You can bake stuff. You can do whatever you like. I'm just going to try to follow the directions as closely as possible. Just for this. I've done burgers in the pan before. It turns out okay. Okay. Almost there. Okay. So anyways, we're going to add the breadcrumbs and the oregano to this as soon as I finish chopping it. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. All right. Let's put this in here. And then you definitely want to wash your cutting board because it's fish or whatever it was. It's worth washing it. And actually, let me go ahead and do that, and I'll wash the knife also. I moved everything around, so who knows where the dish soap is. you squeeze the bottle. Now we got soap coming out. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. I think our knife is probably clean now. Just in case we need it later. Okay. I'm not going to put anything on the cutting board until let me wash my hands again. What the hey, doesn't hurt. Okay. So I guess I should say thank you for bearing with me, because it's probably going to take at least an hour to fix. Okay, salmon. Breadcrumbs. Now sometimes you can try and save these bags if you really want to be frugal. So I don't know. It's probably not worth it. But if the bag works, save it. Alright, breadcrumbs, yay! I do like the breadcrumbs, they do taste good. Oregano, half the oregano. Let's use just a little more. That'll be good. Half the shallot. Well, you can see what I've done, so who knows. Let's just use as much shallot as you're comfortable using. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. That's good. Half the garlic paste. Well, never really got it to a paste, but just throw 1 clove of garlic in there. I think that's good. All right, drizzle of olive oil. Okay, so now I'm just using, I don't even remember what this was. It was on sale. Drizzle of something. It probably helps to make it form together. All right. All right, I think I see more salt and pepper. All right, just put a little pepper, because it is fish. Put a little salt. That's a lot of salt. You could probably add some paprika, add some color. It's fish, add some color, who cares? All right, so gently mix it. And then ooh, the pan's still on. Well, shucks. No wonder there's so much heat coming. All right, so I'm gonna take my hands and mix all of this up. We're gonna try to mix it up into patties. I'm not really sure how this is gonna work out, but you just mix it up the best you can. And then once you mix it up, we'll pick up half of it, and then we'll just squish it together. And in all truthfulness, what I really ought to do before is move this back here. Let's add some more oil to the pan. It says to wipe it out. Well, it was just corn. It'll probably be fine. So I'll actually turn it back on. So let's just keep mixing. You can probably see from there. Breadcrumbs, oregano, remaining shallot, half the garlic paste, and a drizzle of olive oil. Add salt and pepper. Okay. Okay, I can turn this down for sure. Okay. So let's see if I can just like squish it really tight together and see if I can form something. Who knows? It's going to be some salmon burger. In actuality, what I probably ought to do is just pick up half of it, or try to pick up half of it, and just start squishing half of it together. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a tiny bit more. Okay. So, I think it's safe to put this back down here because we haven't cooked the salmon yet. So, okay, let's see what we can do. I want to try to get them even if possible. That's the goal here. Make them about the same size. Okay, so now I'm forming my patties and I'm going to drop them in to my pan that I couldn't figure out whether I needed to heat it or not. So just kind of give it a good squish. Ooh, okay, the oil's definitely hot. Okay. It says a 1/2 inch thick. Again, I don't have my ruler, so we'll just, that looks pretty good. And it's sizzling. Don't know if you can hear the sizzle, but it's definitely sizzling. All right. Let's give this a good squish. And while these are cooking, the fun part begins. All right, that looks good. I guess a little piece fell off of that one. Oh well. It's all salmon, it all goes the same place, it'll be just fine. Okay, so now I don't want to reuse this bowl, so I'm going to just stick it back here. And I'm going to wash my hands again just to be on the safe side. Okay. Wash, wash, wash. Wash, wash, wash. Okay. So now we've got to make the dressing for the sandwich, and we got to make the salad. Okay. So I'm going to take, I believe I'm going to take the dish that has the garlic in it because the garlic's going in the dressing. So we'll just use this dish. Alright, so we need to add the mayonnaise, remaining garlic paste. Alright, and I'd say just get a clean knife for the heck of it. Mayonnaise. Okay. And let's hope you like mayonnaise. If not, use something else. They just won't give it to you. Okay. More mayonnaise. More mayonnaise. Salmonella knife. Okay. So we do juice of 1 lemon wedge and a drizzle of olive oil. 1 lemon wedge. And you can use as much lemon juice as you want or as little. 1 lemon. It's a juicy lemon. Okay. A little bit of oil. Okay. And, I don't know, let me see if I have a small spatula. That might work. I'll just use this one. This will be fine. I just washed this earlier. But we'll rinse it off again. Just be on the safe side. Alright, let's just mix it all up. And this is what will go on top of the sandwich. Now, was I supposed to put the oregano in that? Mayonnaise, remaining garlic paste, juice of 1 wedge of lemon, and drizzle olive oil. Stir to combine and season with salt and pepper. Oh, Lord. I don't know how much more salt and pepper we need, huh? So what do we do with the oregano? To the bowl of salmon, add the breadcrumbs oregano. Oh, I was supposed to use all the oregano. Oh, well. It doesn't matter. You can add a pinch of oregano to this if you like. It doesn't matter. It all goes the same place. Okay, so that's our dressing. And then it's probably maybe time to flip the salmon. I like my salmon well done. But do whatever you want. Because as you can see, I haven't followed the directions perfectly anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put this here so it doesn't get on the salmon. Alright, so we got that done. While the burgers continue to cook, to the bowl of cooked corn and shallot, add all but a pinch of the arugula. Well, I'm going to put my arugula in this clean big dish. And while I'm at it, I better flip this before it gets to be too late. Oh yeah, they're definitely getting, you can tell they're getting cooked. Okay, so what do I need? My arugula. Oh boy. We'll get it. We'll get there. At least I think we will, because I know I have it. Oh, it's down here. Okay. Here's my arugula. Let's just cut this open. The good news is we're almost done, actually. Rinse off the arugula. I'm just going to use my hands. You could probably do this a different way. But as long as you rinse the arugula off, I guess you're okay. Okay. Whew. Now the hard part. How do we get a paper towel? Okay. Somehow that worked out fairly easily. I'm just going to try to drain the arugula. Like I said, you probably can use a colander or something, but whatever. Good enough. So put that in here. And you want to save, I guess, a couple pieces for your sandwich. Not a lot of arugula. I thought it would be more if you're making, you know, 2 salads. But that's okay. Alright, so let's get the pan out. I think these are just about ready. And what we got to do, though, let's just make sure they're done. Alright, I'll leave them in there for another second so I can finish my salad. So, you want to save a couple pieces of arugula to put on top of the sandwich. So, I don't know, just save a couple pieces. I guess that's enough for 2 sandwiches, I don't know. Dump in your corn and shallot mix. Got more corn than arugula, it looks like, but that's okay. It all tastes good. That's going in the trash. Alright, so now we need to add the juice of a remaining lemon wedge, olive oil, or whatever oil. See, I'm just going to use 1 lemon wedge. They say to use 3. I think that's a lot of lemon. I think 1 will be just fine. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Okay, almost there. This might be the quickest meal I've ever fixed. Okay. Alright. And, of course, if you want salt and pepper in your salad, which it's up to you, you put salt and pepper in everything else. So. And now we're just going to try to toss it the best we can. I do think it would be nice if we had a little bit more arugula. But, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to take out the salmon because I'm fairly certain this is done now. And just add just a little bit of olive oil. Maybe not that much, but it doesn't matter. And then we're going to put the bun in here, and then we're going to be done. So I think we're doing good. Put some oregano in here. You don't want to waste it. Put oregano in everything. All right. So I'm going to put my bread back in here. I guess I need to turn it on just a little bit. Make sure the pan stays hot. Does not take long for the bread to cook. All right. So let me see if I can clean this out real quick because I got to have one piece of salmon left over. Don't want to waste any corn. Sorry. Can't remember what I'm doing. Okay. Let me go ahead and turn this off because it's just the bread. And I'm going to just save the other piece of salmon in here. And I'll just go ahead and stick that in the refrigerator, I guess, because who knows. I mean, the good thing is at least you get something that you probably would never have gotten in the store in the first place. Or something you probably never would have bought in the first place. Okay, let me dry this out real fast. And I'll put my remaining piece of salmon in it. And then I can get my buns out because I'm sure they're toasted now. So, I don't know, they both look so good. I'll just put this one in here. Oh, they actually don't look that bad. I know they were in there for a few minutes, but they really don't look that bad, so that's a good thing. All right, so let's take a look at the picture. All right, so we're going to put the mayonnaise stuff on the bottom bun, which you can't see from there, but I told you what I'm doing if you can hear me. So mayonnaise stuff on the bottom bun. Okay. Okay, get our salmon on there. Put our gula on top. You know, we could put a little bit of this on top also. If you think it's going to be dry, you can add a little. And you can actually, now that I've got 2 lemons left over, you could actually put a little bit of lemon on top of the salmon if you like that. We'll do that. Don't want it to be too dry. Okay. And then we'll save our gula for later. Let me see if I can get a, let's just try this. So far so good. And then we'll just try to, I think I've washed my hands enough for this. We'll just try to get some salad out. And I think that's pretty much the whole meal. Which you could probably fix something to go with it if you wanted to, but it looks pretty good to me. And you fixed it yourself. So I think, as long as I don't burn the kitchen down, I think I'm going to go sit down and eat. So that's it for this meal. Looks pretty good. Alrighty.